See, at least you got something to be happy about because you can always go to that crown there. Okay. I have to go week to week just hoping that the Steelers can make me happy. And they were for
Mm.
a second. They were for a second, and we'll get into that.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover six teams in the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Chargers, and our 500 team Steelers.
It's a new hat.
Yeah, man. How's is it heavy on the head or is it just right for you?
That's good. It's good.
Okay,
It's
okay,
just right.
okay, okay. All
All right.
right, man. We get me into week 3.
Getting closer
How about
to
that?
somewhat halfway towards the season. Okay, getting there. Starting to get there a little bit. Let's start off with our records. We're
Mm,
actually doing pretty well so far. We're both knotted up at 8-3 records through 11
mm.
games. It's 11 picks because last week we had the Raiders and Chargers that both played each other. But without further ado, let's get into these week's picks. We have the Packers walking into Cleveland to play the Browns. Packers are coming off a win against Washington on a Thursday night, so they have a little bit more of some rest. And you got the Browns 0-2 coming off a loss against Baltimore. They got blown out. This one's kind of easy. I don't think anybody is high on Cleveland. What do you have on this one, man?
I mean, look, the Browns aren't as bad as they used to be once upon a time. They're a little bit more competitive, but still, that's I. All that says to me is that Green Bay don't overlook them like this is going to be some sort of bye week or scrimmage for you guys, because the Browns are not, that team in the NFL anymore. I don't know who that team is now. I don't know, maybe the Panthers. I don't know, but they can sneak in a win if you allow them to. But yeah, definitely Green Bay.
Yeah, this isn't much of a question. I got the Packers all the way. Should be a blowout. I mean, since it's in Cleveland, it might be a little bit less of a blowout, but I still got Packers by at least 2 possessions here.
Who wins more decisively over the Browns? Ravens last week or Packers this week?
Probably the Ravens.
Okay,
Again,
I'm
since
with
it's
you.
in Cleveland, I don't know what it is. I mean, Cleveland's just a weird place to play. Uh,
Okay,
yeah, I think it's gonna be a somewhat closer. That's not really saying much though.
okay.
All right. Next, we have the Raiders going into Washington to play the Commanders. Both teams are 1-1. Raiders coming off a win against, or I'm sorry, coming off a loss against the Chargers. Commanders coming off a loss against Green Bay. Although Jaden Daniels might be out for this game. That's a big hit for the Commanders here. Marcus Mariota is going to get the start, which he's been a starter for quite some time. I mean, he hasn't been a starter for a few years, but he does have that experience going against Geno Smith. What do you have here, man?
Marcus Mariota made his bones in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, this is his time to shine, man. I think he has a good case here to have a good game. I think you know, shout out to the Raider fans. I'm not belittling Raiders or anything of that sort, but you know what? Something tells me, man, that these Washington Redskin Commanders, Marcus Mariota, he is somewhat of a veteran, and he's a veteran, man. Okay, is he the best QB? No, but I think this is his time to say, like, you know what? Put me in, coach. Put me in. And against the Raiders, I think they can have a pretty good game. I got Washington on this one.
Mm. Uh, I did not like what I saw from the Raiders offense last week. Geno Smith was making a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. I think he had
Mm.
3 interceptions. One of them, the last one I believe, was in like double, triple coverage. Mm. Okay, see, definitely the Commanders have a better rounded team. It is going to be tougher for Washington though without their star QB. I think it's a close game, but I still have to go Washington here. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I just think they have the better team, even without Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, yeah. I same thing. And by the way, they're my dark horse in the beginning of the season before the season started. The Washington Redskin Commanders, they are my dark horse team. So yeah, I think this is a victory that they're gonna put under their belt.
Yeah, man. I do think it's gonna be a good game though, under the circumstances. All right, if it was Jaden Daniels at quarterback, I think it would have been a complete blowout. All right. Now we have the Cowboys walking into Chicago, Soldier Field to play the Bears. Cowboys are 1-1 coming off a win against the Giants. That is arguably game of the year. Okay, that's definitely going to be one of the nominees for game of the year. Going into overtime against the Giants. All right. And you got the Bears 0-2 coming off a blowout loss against Detroit. Not liking what I'm seeing out of the Cowboys defense so far this season. I mean, they let Russell Wilson and the Giants score, 37 on them? Not ideal, but what do you have here, man? The Cowboys offense is able to put up some points.
Look, going life and death with the Giants. I mean, that is not a good look. It's great television. It's great television because it's a really good game. But it's like, dude, it's the Giants. Like, what the heck are you doing, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, it's a division rival. Like, okay, I guess. Um, the Bears 0-2. Same time they play at the with the NFC North, man. That's a very tough division. It's still September. You know, if it were later on in the year, maybe that could favor Chicago. I got to go Cowboys. I got to go with them boys on this one, man. Um, I look. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Bears can win this game. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. The Cowboys should get this victory, but I'm not going to be blown away if the Bears come out with this one. But I am choosing the Cowboys.
All right, so these are two very different teams. So you got the Cowboys who are trying to be a contender in the NFC, and the Bears, some people had expected them to take somewhat of a leap forward. I'm not one of those people. I think they're still very much in rebuilding mode. I gotta go Dallas. Okay. Although, is that gonna really be saying much after they beat the Bears? No. All right. Very concerned about that defense. And if they can't get that cleaned up, they are gonna have a rough time with those top teams in the NFC. That's for sure.
They definitely got to use this week to clean that up. This is the time to do it because
It's tailor made.
yes, it's tailor made for them. Absolutely, it's not going to get easier from here.
All right, next we have a pretty good one. All right, we have an AFC West matchup between the Denver Broncos going into SoFi to play the Chargers. Broncos 1-1 coming off a loss against the Colts, which they probably should have won that game. All right, if it weren't for that penalty at the end of the game and that missed field goal. And the Chargers 2-0 coming off another divisional win against the Raiders. And I'm catching on to something. The first three Charger games have been against their AFC West foes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. How about that? Damn, they're right, man. Yeah, KC, Raiders, and now Broncos. Okay. Ah, man. The Chargers are my second dark horse team, man. I like what I see from them. I do. I do. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from them. I even said it after week one. I said, look, I wouldn't be that surprised. I still don't favor them. I'm not saying I favor them, but I wouldn't be too surprised if they take that AFC West. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Chargers, man. They're playing some pretty damn good ball. And if they can get this victory, think of the statement that makes. I mean, their first three games against their division rivals and taking all victories.
That's a
I
big
mean,
deal.
it's a big deal. If they can get this victory, to me, this is a very important game. If they lose game four, so be it. But if there's going to be a game to win in the beginning of the season, win this one because of the other two victories that you already have. That will send a state. I mean, that would plant the flag on the AFC West for the time being. Like, hey, we're the top dogs now. So I'm hey, I want the Chargers to get it. I do, man. I want the Chargers to win this game. I want them to win the West, honestly.
Oh, okay. All right. So I said this on camera. All right. I picked Denver as my dark horse for this season.
Mm.
And so far, I'm not going to lie, not impressed. Not impressed at all. I didn't like how they looked against Indiana Jones and the Colts. All right. They should have won that. They should be 2-0. But even the week before, I didn't like they did win. I still didn't like the way they looked though. With the Chargers, on the other hand, they had two really good games. Oh man. Yeah, I don't see the Chargers losing right now. Not against the Broncos. Okay. I feel like they have to play one of those top teams in order to lose. And so far, the Broncos just haven't shown that. Not yet.
Hey, oh man, it'd be crazy if the Chargers go undefeated in their division.
They would be halfway there already if they
They'd
beat
be
the
halfway
Broncos.
there. Yeah, they would be halfway there if they win this week. Let's go. Hey, I want the Chargers to take the West. I do.
Oh yeah, so do I. So do I for
Yeah.
specific reasons, man. Because if the Chargers win the division, Steelers stick it to playoffs, we could have a playoff
Mm.
game over here.
Oh wow,
Come
look
on,
at you,
Chargers, you guys
man.
got this. Come on.
Strategically planning this out. Okay, I
I
got you,
thought about
man.
this. I thought about
Okay, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I got you.
All right, next we have a battle of the undefeateds. We have the Arizona Cardinals going into Santa Clara to play the Niners. Both teams 2-0. Cardinals coming off a win against Carolina. Niners coming off a win against New Orleans. Clearly, they played cream of the crop talent last week. All right. You have the Niners still pretty injured. All right. Versus a pretty healthy Arizona team. That, in my opinion, makes a factor, plays a big factor in this game. And that completely changes my thoughts on this game.
Who is worse right now, the Saints or the Panthers? Yeah,
They're like right there.
yeah. So their victories is kind of like I don't know, man. There's an asterisk next to it, pretty much. Gosh, I'm gonna be real with everybody. I don't know anything about the Cardinals, man. I have not paid attention to them at all, which is probably what they want. I'm sure. I didn't even know they were undefeated. That's probably what they want.
Never
Don't look
lost.
our way. Yeah, don't look our way. Leave Arizona alone. All the rest of the country, you guys do that time changing thing. They're the only state that's rebellious and doesn't change times at all. No
I
moving
agree
the
with
hour
that, though.
forward
I agree
or
with that.
backwards. They're just like don't. We're separated, man. Just you guys do your own thing, and nobody's looking at Arizona, man. They're just gonna keep on sneaking in victories, and this week they're gonna sneak in another victory, man. I think the Niners' luck with all the injuries. Now the Niners, I do pay attention to. Their luck has run out, man. They can only do so much with what they have. They've played some pretty good ball with the injuries that they got, but it's gonna run out. And in this case, week 3, coming up against the Cardinals, they've run out.
Damn. I was really
Yeah.
hoping. So I guess we're all picking the same teams this week. Because this was the one game where I was like, all right, this is kind of my lock here. And it's literally only because the Niners are injured.
Mm,
I have to go Cardinals, man. And by the way, I believe the last 2 meetings, the Cardinals did beat the Niners, if I'm not mistaken. So it's
okay.
not like the Niners even win somewhat healthy or have been able to beat the Cardinals. And that's something else, man. What is going on with San Francisco? They cannot stay healthy. Is it their strength and conditioning coach? Like, what exactly is the problem? It is every single year that they deal with injuries. There's something else going on. There has to be, man. There has to be.
There's got to be something with the preparation or lack thereof preparation if you are continually having injury problems. Yeah, there's got to be something going on. They got to get somebody in there to check all this out.
Speaking of lack of preparation, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers walking into Foxborough to play the Patriots. Both teams 1-1. Steelers coming off a loss against Seattle. New England coming off a win against Miami. Okay, which I think their stock value of that win did kind of go a little bit up after the Dolphins looked decent against the Bills. Oh, what do we have here? I mean, I want to hear your side of the story with this whole Steelers situation.
I mean, they should be 2-0, man. They should be 2-0. They definitely had the chance to win this game. They did. Obviously, the biggest miscue was the returner not knowing the rule of where the ball lands, and now it's a live ball. It's in play. I don't know how you do not beat that rule into their heads. Like, okay, this is the rule. This is the rule. This is the rule. Like, you cannot have a miscue,
Especially since he's a rookie.
especially since he's a rookie. Like, how do you not just beat it over his head? Like, beat it into him, man. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna, like, it, I mean, that was such, and just that play, just within itself, is so important because it's right by the end zone. So if there's any mishap, anything of that sort, and the other team recovers it, not even in the end zone, but look, now they're getting it within the red zone, so that's huge, man, for them not to school this rookie to the point where it's just, it just comes naturally, just reaction for without him even having to think. Like, it's just reaction, like, oh, okay, look where it landed. It's a live ball. That right there, in my opinion, took the air out of the tires, and that was it, man. Not I want to make it clear. It's not like the Steelers were dominating the game, but
Clearly not.
that completely just punctured the tires on that race car, and that was it, man. The other car you know just flew away, man. It was over all the way to their finish line.
Definitely, definitely. And they have problems on both sides. Clearly miscommunication offensively. Defensively, they're getting schooled on the Russian attack and getting every single pass, it seemed like, with Sammy D was middle of the field. And they make zero adjustments to that because it was all game. He was hitting middle of the field, middle of the field, middle of the field. And you can't adjust to that? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing here, man? That's what I don't get.
Mhm.
The defensive schemes, they have the talented defense. Okay, I know that they have Joey Porter Jr. out there, and they're probably not going to have Joey Porter out there again this week. It's still a talented defense, the highest paid defense in the league, and the first two games, opposing team that scored over 30 points.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. You can't have that. You can't have the highest score. I'm sorry, the highest paid defense. These offenses are just picking them apart. You
They're
know,
ranked one of the worst in the first 2 weeks. Within the first
they're
2 weeks,
they're getting picked apart, man. Even the running game, they're running right up the middle. Gaining a good 7-8 yards. It's like, what are we doing, man? Like, I don't. It's just, gosh, man. It's. I'm not optimistic about all this. Even going into the season, I was kind of like a little bit like, we'll see. Wow, it is Aaron Rodgers. I don't know, man. Let's see if he still got it. He still got, maybe he's not the Aaron Rodgers, but he still got some gas left in the tank for
yeah,
sure. But the team cannot, the team shouldn't have to be scoring 30 points or 30 plus points to stay competitive in a game. Defense needs to start stopping, man.
yeah. Uh, well, it was just a bad loss. Didn't like the way they looked at all. As for this week, going into Foxborough, now the Steelers haven't won a game in Foxborough since 2008. Now, it's not like they never play in Foxborough, all right? They've had some key matchups in New England, including a few playoff games. So it's not like they're a random NFC team that they play like once every 3-4 seasons. No, this is an AFC team. That's a long time. Okay.
Mm.
Uh, I think the Steelers should be able to win this game, but since it's against the Patriots, a team that they just cannot figure out, even after the Tom Brady era, that's concerning.
I don't want to be too confident, man, because I was actually feeling pretty confident. Um, I'm still gonna feel a little confident. I'm gonna say the Steelers get this one. They squeeze this one out, man. Even if I weren't a Steeler fan, I'd probably still pick the Steelers just because the Patriots are so bad. Not to say that the Steelers are so great. Um, but I do feel pretty good about this one. I feel pretty good about this one. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me though.
That's funny, man. Because the last time the Steelers played the Patriots, I was like, you know what? We got this. Easy. Easy. Patriots completely suck. We're on the rise. We have a winning record. And then the Steelers lost that game. I was like, I was so confident that the Steelers were going to win that game, and they lost. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I guess Bill Belichick was still there, but just the history that they've had from what, like the 2000s to now, they haven't been able to beat them. I mean, they've beaten them what, like twice, 3 times since the 2000s.
And every time they did, it was like a Super Bowl victory, man. Every time they did, it was huge. Gosh,
Oh
it
yeah.
was huge, man.
So besides all that, I would like the Steelers to make a statement here. Okay, I don't want to win. I want a statement. Okay, because again, the Patriots. It's not like the Patriots are a very good team. They're not projected to go to the playoffs. They're probably not even projected to have a winning record. Okay, if you want to have that slightly above 500 record for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you got to win this game.
I agree, man. I agree. At the very least, it's got to be 2 possession by touchdowns, though. By touchdown. If you want to make a statement, it cannot be winning by 10 points. It's got to be a 2 possession game by more than just a field goal. It's got to be they got to have to score 2 end zones or 2 touchdowns to catch up to make that statement. So I agree, man. I agree. So I think they can do it. I feel confident in that. I gotta pump those brakes
I'm a
though,
little
man.
worried. All right, you could.
Okay.
I'm a little. You could be the confident one. I'm a little bit worried because it's against who they're playing. That's just really what it is. The whole historical thing about it.
Okay. And we'll leave it right there. Optimistic and pessimistic. All right. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're just a few days or one day or whatever hours away, man. So I think they can get it.
My expectations are low, Steelers. Okay, it's very easy to exceed my expectations. All right, please do it.
You're gonna you're
Please
gonna
do.
you're gonna go live for the game?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Honestly, if I'm not a Steeler fan, I probably wouldn't even watch this game. But since we're all Steeler Nation over here, I got to do it.
All right. So you guys tap in for the game right here on Pick Six to listen to Eric the Pessimistic for this game, man, at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
You
That
got
is.
that right.
Go Steelers.
Am I getting it the right way? No, I'm not.
No, there you go.
All right. Well, Steelers.
Catch you guys next time.